in the final product. So next, I will talk about the important roles of sake, Japanese sake, alcohol, in my society. It is used at many social events like the New Year party, wedding party, funeral, and as you know, we Japanese will go and drink after work. So sake is not only seasoning. It will be a very important role for our social event. So it will be difficult to remove the alcohol of food. But now, some ingredients, not including alcohol, will be able to use instead of the sake. Example, one Japanese company made in the almost same taste of the sake in Singapore. It is not including alcohol. And also price is very aggressive, cheap price. And next, I would like to share about the pork meat and animal meat in Japan. So we don't have a long history to consume the animal meat. It will be only around 100 years ago we start to consume. Before that time, we don't have animal meat except in some case, like a bird, like a rabbit, illness treatment. Because we are the Buddhists, the Buddhists prohibiting to taking life from other animals. So pork issue will be easy rather than alcohol in halal market in Japan because we have many dishes, not including animal meat or animal resources. But another issue of Japanese consumer is very familiar with pork taste now. So sometimes Japanese consumer feel not too delicious if not including pork or animal meat. This is a big challenge in halal Japanese market. So next, I talk to about halal market figure in Japan. Could you see this green seed? This is I summarized about Japanese halal Muslim live in Japan. So it is the real halal market in Japan. So first, I would like to share about the Muslim population in Japan. It is estimated around 200,000. It will be only 0.16% of the total population in Japan. And they will live in maybe nationwide, not in one region or in one city or one small area, because mosques are over 105 in Japan now. So it is not only one region or not only one state. This is nationwide. So this too shows the Muslims market is very small, except nearby the mosque. It will have some halal shop and restaurant nearby in the mosque. So that time, if you go to Japan and see visit the mosque, you can see the many halal shop, restaurant, and also many Muslims. But if you go into the city center, you go to the kampong, it is very difficult to find the halal food, also living Muslim. The third is the nationality. It is the most unique point in Japan for Muslim. I think it is not the same as in Indonesia. Muslims live in Japan comes from many countries. Number one is from Indonesia. Second is Pakistan. Third is Bangladesh and Malaysia. So it means Muslim consumers' preference will not be the same. In Indonesia, maybe almost same because all Indonesians. But in Japan, it's not. So your Indonesian product will have 200,000 potential customers as a halal product. But consumers' preference, Muslim consumers' preference, matching your product will be only 64,000. It means only maybe Indonesian or Malaysian, I think so. And another potential market is in Japan is tourism. Our government has a target to invite overseas tourists 60 million in 2030. It will be double than 2019. It means tourism will be still a potential market. But on the other hand, the percentage of the Muslim tourists is only 2.2% of the total overseas tourists. So what do you think? What do you feel? Now you know the real figure of the Japanese halal market. I think these figures don't mean no opportunities in Japan halal market. It means you must have a good strategy of marketing to succeed in Japan. So next, I would like to share about the consumers in Japan. So now I think you have a three type of the your consumers. One is Muslim living in Japan. Second is Muslim tourist. The third is ordinary Japanese like me. So already I mentioned halal market is in Japan is not too big. So two strategies are here. One is to focus on Muslim consumers. It will be a minimum effort to enter. It means maybe you don't need to change the taste, packaging, and also the promotion. You don't need to change because many halal, many Muslim consumers recognize, see your product. If on the halal mark, it is halal product. So, and also consumers and the place to sell will be clear. Halal shop and the restaurant nearby mosque, tourism spot, and nearby university or city or factory working Muslim. But competition will be tough, you know. So many halal products already coming to Japan, like from Pakistan, from India, from Bangladesh, from Vietnam, from Thailand, from Brazil, from Malaysia, also from Indonesia. So already many halal products are in Japan. Another is to make Japanese your customer. It will be need much effort to improve, like finding buyers, adapting taste, improving quality, maybe packaging, promotion, and so on. But the market will be huge. So both will need to take different strategy when start. So you should think about who is your client, who is your customer first. I think it is very important. So please go to next. So now I show you the typical Indonesian products I can find in the Japan market. And I prepare for today, so I had searching to find Indonesian product online. So because now we are just finished to the state of the emergency, so cannot go around to find the product in the city. So I'm sorry, it is only the online, but I can find two types of the product. One is for consumers, like Indomie, like ABC chili sauce, and also some kind of the cooking aid or cooking powders. It is for consumers. Another type of this product is for B2B market, like coffee beans, herbs, coconut sugars as an ingredient for food manufacturing. So that kind of. So now I would like to share about place to sell or a place to buy that kind of the product. So now I categorize 5 places like a halal shop and the supermarket and the specialty shop, store and e-commerce and the horeca. So the halal shop is for Muslim consumers. So many branded products like Indomie, like ABC chili sauce, cooking aid, ready-to-eat food, and fresh food like halal meat and chicken is with halal certified. And in supermarket, we are difficult to find Indonesian brand like Indomie, except for the fresh food like fresh tuna or avocado. That kind of the fresh food I can find several times nearby my supermarket. So, but many Indonesian products are used as a raw materials for Japanese product. Example like coconuts. Now is a coconuts that is a little bit booming in Japan. So some Japanese company make coconuts juice made using the coconut oil and the coconut powder. That kind of the product maybe using the Indonesian raw materials. In the special stores, it is like a coffee shop, like an Asian food shop. They will sell the Indonesian product buying from the manufacturers or exporters directly from Indonesia. And also it is one of the big potential to sell the Indonesian product in Japan at the first time. Also, e-commerce is same. We can find many type of the product from Indonesia in e-commerce. Also, we have a name of the e-commerce shop is we have Rakuten. Rakuten is like Shopee in Japan, and also Yahoo, Yahoo Shopping, and also many kind of the big department or big shop doing the e-commerce now. So you can find the many type of the Indonesian food or Indonesian product, that kind of place. And also sometimes they are import from Indonesia directly. Last place is Horeca. In Horeca, we are very difficult to know which is from Indonesia when serving. But the supermarket and Horeca, they would like to buy from only the certain wholesaler or distributors. So if you want to sell the product to the Horeca or supermarket, you should find the proper distributor first. Sometimes many entrepreneurs would like to sell the product in the supermarket or Horeca because their buying quantity is not too small sometimes. But if you go to directly, maybe it is very difficult to success. So you should find a proper distributor first if you want to go to supermarket or Horeca. So go to next. So now maybe you understand four image about the Japanese halal market. So after that, I would like to discuss about the challenge and opportunities in Japan. So now I summarize the challenges and opportunities of Indonesian product in Japan market. First, I would like to talk about the challenges. Challenges will be three: awareness, branding, and reputation. Honestly, I say, you met Japanese to be familiar in Indonesia, like me, is very special, you know. Ordinary Japanese don't know about Indonesia except Bali. Some Japanese will think Bali is Indonesia. So Bali food, Bali culture, Bali people is living everywhere in Indonesia, they think. And we are difficult to find the Indonesian brand product in our life. So we have already consuming many Indonesian product, but we don't know. It is only the ingredient sometimes. So we don't recognize it comes from Indonesia. So our reputation of Indonesian product, sometimes it is not correct. Like will be too spicy, you know, quality is not the same as a Japanese product. So I have never been to have that kind of the reputation we have. So now we go to the Japan market. The first you must do, the how to recognize your product to your buyers or customers, including Japanese consumer. It is very big challenge, I think so. On the other hand, opportunity will be the high value added product for keeping healthy life. As you know, our society is getting old year by year now. In 2019, almost 30% of population is over 60 years old now. 60 years old is the time to retirement. So it means now almost 30% of people not working in Japan. They are think how keeping the healthy life. So the elderly people now would like to buy the food and product like a supplement for keeping their healthy life. I think Indonesia will have many herbs and natural food, superfood. That kind of food is good for the health, and also price is sometimes very competitive rather than our domestic product. And second opportunity is Japanese consumer would like to consume the history behind the product. It is a marketing issue. For example, someone would like to buy the product by fair trade, even if it is very expensive, quality is not good. Someone would like to have the same taste of food when traveling to Indonesia for nostalgia. So Japanese consumers sometimes pay the money, that kind of the value. So I think also also Indonesian products have some opportunity to provide some value to Japanese consumers. So anyway, Japan must have to import any type of the food and resources to sustain our community, society. We cannot stop it. So I think you will have many opportunities in Japan market if you want to enter here very seriously. Please next. So at last, I will share you about the concept and case study to enter Japan market. So first, I'd like to share about when I learned about the halal concept in the training in Malaysia almost 5 or 6 years ago. My teacher said, halal is not only for Muslim, halal for everyone, because the concept is included good for society, safety and security and correctness. So halal product must be good for all humans, he said. So now I'm exploring in Japanese halal industry for around 10 years. This concept is very suitable for the Japanese market, I think now. Because Japanese halal market size is not big. So it is difficult to sustain and grow a business in Japan if only focus to halal market. And it will be make a win-win situation for Japanese consumer and Indonesian entrepreneurs. So I would like to recommend thinking you this when you will enter to Japan market and non-Islamic countries. So go to next. So finally, I will show the two actual case related to Indonesian product in Japan. One is sambal, another is mango pudding. 3 years ago, one Japanese listed company, the name is Key Coffee, they sold sambal in Japan. They are one of the top coffee beans provider in Japan. Their brand, one of their significant brand is Toraja Coffee. So they made and sold sambal sauce with their brand in Tokyo and e-commerce. also inform how to use it for daily cooking in Japanese consumer. So after that, some web media had followed this product and introduced sambal to Japanese. You will enter the Japanese market. You should think about how to educate and appeal your product to Japanese consumers. If booming on the internet, if booming on the Instagram, if booming on the Facebook, maybe some buyers would like to buy your product because usually buyers are very sensitive to the people preference. So you will provide an interesting story to the consumers, then you will want to have your product. Please go to next. So last, I would like to share about the halal mango pudding nearby my supermarket. So actually, I bought this mango pudding nearby my house. So my house isn't in the city center. So it is a little bit difficult to buy overseas product, especially that kind of the processing food. It have seen it at my supermarket several times, so I think it will be popular in my neighborhood. Sorry, it is a made in Malaysian product with Jakim Halal logo, but it is same category with Indonesian food because it is processing food from Southeast Asian countries. The brand name is the same in Malaysia. It is, I'm very surprised that they don't change the brand, they don't change the packaging. Usually that kind of the overseas processed food is difficult to sell in Japan because of awareness, reputation, and what did I say? But this product has have some uniqueness. One is the mango. Mango made in Japan is quite expensive. Very good one, but very expensive. One mango sometimes price is 50 US dollar, 50. So it is very expensive. I never eat this Japanese mango. So it if a Japanese company made mango pudding, it must come from Southeast Asia, not Japan. So they import this mango pudding from Malaysia and sell it in the supermarket in Japan. So I think herbs, natural raw materials, tropical fruit, that kind of the product in Indonesia will have opportunity as a raw materials or final product, but maybe OEM or that kind of style is mango pudding. And I think second is reliability. This packaging is very simple, just wrapping the pudding. But could you see this photo? All this label is proper Japanese. You know, now I can see some Chinese product. Their label is in Japanese, sometimes not proper. That time, Japanese consumer don't want to buy. Maybe same in Indonesian consumer. If the label is not proper in Bahasa, maybe they suspect what is this. So consumer will not worry about when buying because their label is very proper. And also behind the all information is provided, like who is importer, who is selling, and who is manufacturer. That kind of the information all in the behind. And also I would like to mention about the halal logo in the product in Japan. So usually halal logo is no meaning for Japanese consumers because many of them we are the Buddhists. So please see this label. The halal logo is not too big on the label. If this label is big, consumer will think it is not for me because it is very new label, a new mark for them. So they think, what is this? Maybe they think, I don't familiar with. Maybe they think, I have never seen, and so on. So if you export your final product to Japan, you'll better to think how to show the halal logo for Japanese market, I think. So please, next.
すみません。高木さん、mungkin 5 minutes more? 5 minutes more?
5 minutes more? Okay.
Okay, ありがとうございます。
Okay, so, 5 minutes more. So what I can talk about? Okay, I'd like to talk about another product. But sorry, it is not Indonesian product. It is a Malaysian product. So when I working with a Malaysian company almost 3 or 4 years ago, that time, one Japanese company very interested to Malaysian frozen bread. So they would like to import the Malaysian halal bread to Japan and bake it on the kiosk and sell to the Japanese consumer. That time, all Malaysian entrepreneurs heard our plan. They said, cannot success, impossible, because Japanese consumer don't want to buy the Southeast Asian food product, especially food product. But we don't agree this comment. So now we think we change the packaging, we change the promotion to Japanese consumer like this. So we already have too many bread in Japan. Someone come from Europe, someone come from US, maybe someone domestic product. So if we sell the product, this Malaysian bread as a bread category, so we have too many competitors. So we change the category. We present it is a cake to Japanese consumer. So we are very difficult to find the Malaysian cake in the supermarket or in the street. So many Japanese consumers have a very interest. So after we open the shop, the sales is quite nice. You know, first 1 week, every day the consumer wait by our Malaysian bread. Every day 100 meters queue in front of the shop. So it means you should change the promotion, or you should change to the marketing when you want to go to Japan and you love the Japanese consumers. Sometimes, not sometimes, every time I discuss with the South Asian entrepreneurs, like Malaysia, like Indonesia, like Thailand, like Vietnamese, not everyone, but many of them said it is impossible to enter Japan market because they said reason is many competitors or Japanese consumers' expectation or requirement or demand is very high, and also we not ready to export. Blah 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 blah. They said too many reasons to me, but reality is we already buy too many Southeast Asian product. We already buy many Indonesian product every year. Example, maybe as you know, we are the very like sushi, sashimi, right? So the most delicious sashimi and sushi is fresh tuna. So now we buy many fresh tuna from Bali. So if we don't want to eat the South Asian food, why we consume the too many fresh tuna from Bali? And also we are now enjoying like the tropical fruits, and those like mango, like nata de coco, like avocado, like many tropical fruits. Now, last couple of years, I can see the durian in the department store in Japan. So I think many of the Indonesian products have many opportunities in Japan, but I clearly said it is not easy to success. You will need to do much when you are entering to the Japan market. But I think opportunity will be there. So if you have, you feel or you know the business opportunity in Japan today, so you should try to go into the Japan market. So I'm very happy if you know something about the Japanese market, halal market, and the opportunities, and you start to thinking how to enter Japan market. So hope I'm waiting we will do business together in Japan in the future and grab the opportunity in Japan. So thank you for your attention today. Sorry, my presentation is finished now. So anyway, I'm very happy if you know something about the Japanese market opportunity and also potential of the Indonesian food product. So thank you for your attention again, and thank you for inviting me to this this seminar. Terima kasih banyak. Thank you.
Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. Terima kasih, Moto-san. Yes, Ima, session. Now we are continuing with the session for the question and answer. But before I continue, maybe I just make a short conclusion, not conclusion, just a very important point from Hashimoto-san. It's very, firstly, the opportunities and secondly about the challenges about between Indonesia and the Japanese market, and producing, especially about halal product. It's very important for Indonesia, also opportunities entering to the Japanese market. While in Japanese market, we should consider very seriously some what you call some measurement, some what you call needed for all the exporters countries entering the Japanese market, like branding, reputation, quality, safety, and other things. And the other things, we just finishes the first session about the halal production industry from province of Nusa Tenggara Barat, and also from Majelis Ulama. And in my opinion, we'll try to make some connection relation between how they make a connection between the Majelis Ulama was a proposal, and Nusa Tenggara also as one of the best practices, the first best practices in Indonesia with the Japanese opportunities and challenges. Bapak-bapak, ibu-ibu, jadi apa yang telah kita dengarkan dari Bapak Hashimoto-san tadi menarik sekali untuk kita semua, bahwa memasuki pasar Jepang itu memang dikatakan sulit, tapi sebenarnya adalah umum awam ya, karena kita untuk produk naik kelas dan ekspor memerlukan persyaratan-persyaratan khusus sehingga bisa memasuki pasar di negara-negara itu termasuk Jepang. Yang menarik sekali bahwa di Jepang ini kita mempunyai kesempatan-kesempatan khususnya untuk bangsa Indonesia. Di sana mempunyai jumlah penduduk orang Indonesia 64.000. 64,000 Indonesian was originated in Japan. It's very important also for the Indonesian to try to increase the opportunity entering to Japanese market. Nah, kemudian yang ketiga adalah kemungkinan seperti tadi saya sampaikan pada Shimoto-san bahwa kita tadi sudah mengikuti sesi pertama dari uraian dari Boyanti dari Nusa Tenggara Barat dan juga dari MUI dari Pak Kiai Zaman. Jadi kita mencoba bagaimana menghubungkan. Jadi satu contoh kesempatan dari Jepang ini dan adalah kedua dari MUI dan juga Nusa Tenggara Barat ini bagaimana kita akan mencoba menghubungkan melalui program ini. We try with Shimoto-san try to make a connection between the first session and your session now to make the concrete proposal in the future, especially after this webinar. So now we are open the post question answer. Mungkin bisa dimulai pertanyaan Bapak Wisnu, mungkin Profesor akan memulai dulu untuk menghubungkan dari yang pertama kesempatan pertama dengan kedua dan nanti akan dilanjutkan dengan teman-teman lainnya yang akan langsung mempertanyakan. So we are waiting from from the participants. Please, Professor Dinugroho, it's time for yours. Pak Profesor mau memberikan masukan?
Pak Hartanto bicara ke saya kah? Di sini hujan lebat jadi nggak kedengeran.
Oke. Oh ya. Jadi Pak, tidak kedengaran. Baik, saya menyampaikan saja Pak ya. Jadi bagaimana kedengaran?
Rada putus-putus.
Oke.
I would like to ask Taka-san, is that any possibility that Japanese funders are interested in investing something in the Kawasan Industri Halal in NTB together with the KPU cooperative works? Would it be possible?
So you mean the Japanese company investing your project initiative in Indonesia?
We can re-export again the products that we may produce there, like mangoes and rambutan and oranges and anything.
Okay. I think the opportunity will be in Japan. Some Japanese company would like to have interest to invest to the Indonesian your initiative. First, you need to some good planning to propose to the Japanese company, and also you need to make some good quality and good potential product to the Japanese market. So, example, now in Japanese market in mango is dominant by the Pakistanis, but before. The first mango from Japan is from Malaysia. So everyone said the Malaysian mango is a very good taste. But the reality is Pakistani's mango is dominant in the market because they are very good marketing. They are good proposer to the Japanese supermarket. So I think if you are looking for the investor or partner or collaborator from Japan, you should do the good approach to the Japanese company. If you want, if you're ready, maybe I can support you.
Thank you.
To discussing with the Japanese company.
Yeah. Another one, Taka-san. We in Indonesia here have a Wagyu breeding already in Indonesia here.
Okay.
Particularly red Akusi Wagyu. cattle breeding here. We've got 1,000 of cement already. And I understand that you spend some production system in Australia before then resent to a Japanese market, right?
Yeah,
and
right.
I just wondering whether you can also do the same thing in Indonesia, because in NTB there is a samota. Samota is highland, it's very cold, and it's very good for breeding Wagyu cattle there. And
I see.
we are ready for you to consider together breeding Wagyu before we send to your market in the world.
Okay. About the Wagyu, importing Wagyu is controlled by the government, 100%.
Yes.
So first, we must check the regulation in Japan. If Japanese government not allowed to enter the Indonesian Wagyu to Japan, first we should ask to your government to discuss with Japanese government.
Yeah, but Australia already done that to Japan.
Yeah, they are already done almost 30 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah. So if after government agreement, of course I can support.
Yeah.
We
It's very good because our governor in NTB supporting the breeding Wagyu in NTB. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Actually, we don't eat Wagyu. Honestly, I say we don't eat Wagyu because Wagyu is very expensive, in Japan. So we usually consume the Australian beef, American beef, and the Brazilian chicken, Thai chicken, and so on. So So if Indonesia breed a good quality of the Wagyu, maybe opportunity is all over the world, not only in Japan. I think so.
Well, yes, that's it. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu ya. Terima kasih Pak Profesor juga. Sekarang kita di sini masih ada waktu dari panitia memberikan waktu jam 4 kita harus selesai. Tapi akan kita gunakan se-efektif mungkin. Tadi dari moderator yang sesi pertama Pak Widu dan punya pengalaman, beliau coba menghubungkan dengan yang pertama dan kedua. Kemudian sebelum ke pertanyaan yang recent ada dua, Pak Francisco dan Pak Fahren. Tapi sebelum itu Pak ya, mungkin dari pembicara pertama ini karena langsung ya Pak Kiai Nur Zaman. Silakan Pak, tadi kan Bapak kan menyatakan bahwa bagaimana nanti untuk best practices tadi Pak ya, kebetulan dengan NTB. Nah ini kita kan kalau bisa setelah webinar ini kita bisa ada yang konkret itu Pak ya, tadi yang sebagaimana sudah diawali oleh Pak Profesor. Jadi silakan Pak Nurjaman menyampaikan mungkin apa concern dari Pak Nurjaman dari MUI dan proyek tadi yang disebutkan dalam paparan Bapak. Silakan Pak Nurjaman, tafadhol.
Terima kasih Pak Tanto. Saya menyimak apa yang disampaikan oleh Mr. Takasmoto, itu luar biasa. Bahwa ada potensi kita ke Jepang, big opportunity. Ini bisa kita lakukan karena di NTB itu juga selain negeri sejuta sapi, di sana juga mangga juga bagus ya. Mangga juga bagus. Kalau itu menjadi buah tropis kita yang kemudian bisa masuk ke Jepang, saya kira bagus. Tapi pada intinya kita lebih concern juga kepada bagaimana UMKM ini menjadi kuat sehingga kemudian ketika nanti ada pasar yang bisa menyerap termasuk di Jepang, itu kemudian bagaimana kita melakukan pembelaan terhadap petani mangganya. Itu yang kita concern. Maka tim task force kita bentuk, moga-moga nanti kita bisa melakukan kolaborasi dengan kawan-kawan KOPITU di NTB. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih Pak Kiai Sukron jajaran Profesor Takashi Sangjati. So Ms. Kiai Nurjaman so concerned about how to improvement of the capability small medium enterprises in Indonesia, especially in NTB province. This is the first of our priority. But and also mentioning about the possibility for like locally produced production like mango and other product to be export to other countries, especially also in Japan. So maybe after this discussion also we will make some like for group discussion for to make it possible in the concrete way. Baik, selanjutnya mungkin ada satu lagi sebelum kita ke Pak Franciscus, Pak Jo, dan Pak ini dari NTB apakah ada, masih ada Ibu Ibu Nuryanti ya Bu, Ibu Nuryanti. Mungkin sudah tidak ada Profesor ya. Baik, sekarang kita buka. Now we are open for the participants. Hanya meng-raise hand di sini ada dua orang, Pak Francisco Jo dan Pak Fahrin. Silakan Pak Francisco Jo, silakan. Admin tolong dibantu untuk dibuka mikrofonnya. Pak Francisco Jo, silakan. Sorry, there are two participants were asking to you. Just a moment.
Okay,
just
no problem.
Yes.
Yeah, about the mango.
Please.
Yeah. About not only mango, about exporting to the SME to Japan, I agree. Sometimes same issue we have. So big example, big supermarket sometimes after the very huge amount of the order. But the first step is some kind of the marketing stage. So that time maybe not a big amount. So when you start to the marketing in Japan, that time first step is not a big amount. So after that, not after that. This marketing stage, you should explore to the market and also get some expectation from the Japanese buyer. So prepare for the next step. So first time, I think no issue about SKU or volume. I think so.
Thank you. Bukannya Pak Francis belum ada, yang ada Pak Fahrin Alexandra ya.
Ya, betul Pak.
Silakan Pak Fahrin. Silakan.
Okay. Thank you for Mr. Hashimoto. I really appreciate with your presentation. It's really interesting for me.
Thank you.
I want to ask you about two questions. The question is about export opportunity and agricultural product in Japan. So the first question is how we know that the market potential actually and agricultural product in Japanese, and how we export the product to your countries. It's like the step by step, or maybe some regulation or anything that we must know to export our product to there. And the next question is about the standard of products. In your presentation, you mentioned about the standard of our product, that your people in Japanese is really concerned with the quality of the product. So how we know that if we want to export the raw materials product, how we make sure that the product will match with your standard? It's all about that. Okay, thank you for your attention. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the question. The first, how do you know the demand of Japan? What kind of agriculture product we want? So I think first, you can explore in the Japanese e-commerce site. Maybe you can find some fruits from the Indonesia or Malaysia, like a mango, rasputin, and sometimes durian. That kind of product already, some have demand, also some buyer already existing in the market. And also another totally new product, like I don't know the Bahasa name that we call to the snake fruits, like you know? Yeah.
Salak.
Salak. That kind of fruits, we don't know anything. So first, you should do the marketing first. So we don't know it is accept or not. I like it salad, but I don't know another Japanese like or not. I don't know. So and also the export procedure. First, you must check our regulation. Example, some fruits cannot enter Japan for the bugs issue because we also have apple, we also have a grape, we also have orange, Japanese orange in Japan, in Japan. So some Japanese government very worried about the bugs into Japan. So some fruits cannot enter, but some fruits can, no problem. So first, we should check the regulation. Second, we should check about the logistic. Some fruit need to keep in very low temperature. So, but in Japan, the storage of the keep cool is a little bit difficult to find now. So the price is very expensive. So that time your fruits have not potential, the competitive price rather than another tropical fruits. So, and also you can find the buyer who are interested to your product. This so this too is your first question. Second question is the standard of the product. Honestly, I say it is very difficult to say because for selling to the supermarket are very high, but the selling to the food processing company as a raw materials, sometimes they don't care about the packaging, the taste, and sometimes the figures, they don't care. Same is food service. So the one Japanese big franchise restaurant do papaya fair, like mango fair. That time they already serve after processing. So we don't know how color of the skin, how quality of the skin. Maybe some of product have some scratch, but they don't care. But if you sell to the supermarket, they are very sensitive, like a scratch, like the color change. So a standard is different of your buyers. So if you have an opportunity to go into Japan, that time you must do some marketing activity. That time you ask to your potential buyers. I think so.
Thank you. Terima kasih Pak Farhan ya. Jadi sudah mungkin dijawab.
Yeah. Thank you, Sandro-san. Thank you for the question.
Thank you, Mr. Farhan. Thank you. Terima kasih, Hashimoto-san. Bapak, Ibu, tidak ada lagi yang resen. Sebetulnya masih banyak pertanyaan-pertanyaan lagi, tetapi kemudian yang paling pokok dari hasil pertemuan pada sore hari ini, siang dan sore hari, ini satu lagi. Masih ada waktu, Pak ya? Pak Profesor, masih ada waktu ini?
Silakan, Pak.
Ya.
Masih ada 10 menit kurang lebih.
Oh, baiklah. Jadi satu pertanyaan lagi ya, mungkin one more question. Pak Ando Hasri, silakan. Pak Ando, silakan.
Terima kasih atas penyampaian kepada saya. Excuse me, my name is Ando Hasrin from Raha, Kabupaten Munas, Sulawesi Tenggara.
Oh, Sulawesi.
Sulawesi. One is question, Mr. Hashimoto. What about this product from Indonesia to Japan is favorite from Indonesia? Thank you very much.
Please say again. I cannot hear. What kind of product you want to do?
Diulangi, Pak. Mungkin produknya apa, Pak? Apakah buah-buahan apa yang
favorite product is fruit and vegetables.
Fruit,
Fruit and
Fruits.
vegetable.
fruits and vegetable. Okay. I think now that many Japanese enjoy the tropical fruits. So maybe tropical fruits have an opportunity. And also herbal product. Now herbal product like, and also coconuts, that kind of the product, the consumer believe it is good for the beauty, especially ladies. They are very prefer to consume. But like rice, like vegetables, like cabbage, like lettuce, like spinach, that kind of product is a little bit difficult to enter to Japan. But potato, like pumpkin, that kind of the little bit, the hard and keep the normal temperature for a long time. That kind of product we already import many countries. Like the example, pumpkin come from the Samoa, the island in the Pacific Ocean, and also some potato, I don't know the bahasa, I see in the supermarket in Japan. So that kind of product maybe have opportunity. And also coffee, because many specialty store in Japan, coffee specialty store in Japan, we have too many. So some specialty coffee will have some opportunity in Japan. I think so.
Thank you so much. Terima kasih Pak Ando Harsen dari
Thank you for
Sulawesi. Pak Ando ya.
Boleh saya tambahkan Pak Artanto untuk Pak Ando.
Oh ya, silakan Pak Ando. Silakan
Iya, Pak Ando dari Sulawesi Tenggara ya. Itu saya usul supaya dibentuk koperasi. Apakah koperasi demi umat dari KPU yang ada di sana, ataukah nanti dengan KOPITU yang ada di sana gitu. Tadi ada WhatsApp group ya yang sedang dibangun oleh KOPITU. Kenapa begitu? Karena kita fokus itu membangun produk dengan traceability, dengan digital platform yang ketat itu. Nah, ini sedang kita selenggarakan untuk pasar-pasar di Jepang, di Korea, maupun di Cina juga. Jadi, tapi dasarnya awalnya itu harus ada koperasi itu. Maka pertimbangan masuk atau membentuk koperasi demi umat. Nanti bisa komunikasi dengan KPU setempat di sana. Kalau enggak, nanti bisa tanya kepada kami dari KOPITU, nanti KOPITU akan menyambungkannya ke KPU, tempatnya Pak Yai. Gitu Pak Andon, juga teman-teman yang lain yang ada di sini, saya sangat mensupport terbentuknya koperasi demi umat di mana-mana. Seperti tadi kita lihat peluangnya besar, pasarnya besar. Kita tidak bisa masuk ke pasar di luar negeri itu karena kalah dengan negara-negara yang lain. Negara Malaysia kalah, Thailand kalah, Vietnam kalah, karena traceability-nya lemah. Nah, oleh sebab itu sejak awal dari koperasi demi umat itu kita mempunyai kayak digital platform yang kuat. Nah, itu dengan menggabung, membangun suatu korporasi petani, peternak, kita akan mampu untuk bisa menembus pasar dimanapun juga, dalam negeri maupun luar negeri. Begitu Pak Artanto. Terima kasih.
Monggo, terima kasih Pak. Bapak, Ibu-ibu, demikianlah jadi kita pada sesi kedua kita akhiri. Jadi kita sudah mendengarkan paparan dari Pak Hashimoto. Jadi tadi yang penting lagi kita harapkan setelah sesi ini tentunya akan ada sesi tindak lanjut dari webinar ini yang konkret. Tadi harapannya dari Pak Kiai demikian Pak ya. Jadi NTB dan juga KOPITU juga sebagai pelaksana dari pelaksana ini akan membuat satu tadi semacam grup-grup kemudian diskusi ini yang konkret dan contoh NTB khususnya. Thank you so much Hashimoto Sang, arigatou gozaimasu. Saya kembalikan kepada MC. Silakan. Terima kasih. Selamat sore Bapak Ibu. Mohon maaf apabila ada hal yang kurang. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you.
Ya, terima kasih kepada Profesor Winugroho dan Bapak Artanto yang telah memimpin menjadi moderator pada webinar siang hari ini. Sebelum memasuki sesi penutup, kita akan ada penyampaian ulasan atau ringkasan dari media online yang akan disampaikan oleh Bapak Alamudi. Kepada Bapak Alamudi, waktu dan tempat kami persilakan.
Ya, terima kasih Mbak Anissa. Suara saya kedengaran?
Sudah.
Ya, terima kasih Mbak Anissa. Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih atas waktunya. Yang saya note dalam acara ini adalah yang pertama adalah kawasan industri halal di Indonesia sedang digencar-gencarkan untuk bisa memulai yang namanya disebutkan ekonomi umat, ekonomi kerakyatan yang tadi disampaikan oleh Kiai Haji Nuruzaman. Yang dari titik poros terbawahnya itu mulai dari masjid-masjid sampai ke titik luarnya itu ekspor melalui halal book atau yang masyarakat umum kenal itu sebagai komunitas halal dunia. Mungkin cara mudahnya seperti itu. Sedangkan untuk para UMKM pun melalui ekonomi umat ini pastinya memudahkan dan memperbesar peluang ekspor produk-produk dari para UMKM ini. Terlebih lagi dengan adanya pembicara kita hari ini, Mr. Taka Hashimoto, tentunya pasar Jepang atau masyarakat Jepang yang membutuhkan produk-produk halal pun sangat besar peluangnya untuk bisa sampai ke Jepang. Hal ini perlu diperhatikan oleh para pemerintah maupun para UMKM untuk mulai mengencarkan juga terhadap sertifikasi halal kepada para produk-produknya, terutama juga untuk para petani karena komoditi singkong itu sangat dibutuhkan luas di pasar luar negeri. Mungkin itu saja yang bisa saya sampaikan. Saya kembalikan lagi ke Mbak Anissa sebagai MC. Terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Ya, terima kasih atas penyampaian ulasannya untuk acara webinar siang hari ini. Selanjutnya, kita memasuki sesi penutup yang akan disampaikan oleh Bapak Artanto Salman Warga Dinata. Kepada Bapak Artanto, waktu dan tempat kami persilakan.
Terima kasih Mbak Anissa, Bapak-bapak, Ibu-ibu, peserta webinar pada sore hari ini, dan khususnya dari Bapak Suwandi dan jajaran, dan juga dari NTB, Ibu Yanti, kemudian dari Majelis Ulama, Bapak Kiai Nuruzaman, dan spesial also for Mr. Takashi. Thank you so much. Pada sore hari ini kita telah mengikuti secara maraton pembicaraan dari webinar dari narasumber dan juga diskusi. Ada beberapa hal yang saya mencatat. Pertama, satu, bahwa dari paparan yang sesi pertama mengharapkan bahwa kesempatan untuk produksi kawasan industri halal itu adalah utamanya juga dari konsumer untuk lokal menjadi salah satu prioritas karena mempunyai konsumen yang real langsung di hadapan kita. Satu, karena untuk peningkatan ekonomi umat, dan juga langsung mempunyai dampak kepada masyarakat untuk mesejahterakan. Dan untuk itu antara lain dibentuk seperti tadi adalah dana untuk baitul mal, koperasi, dan yang penting lagi adalah untuk dipraktekkan sebagai satu contoh dari best practices dari NTB. Yang kedua adalah kaitan untuk ekspor. Peningkatan kelas dari UMKM juga tidak mudah saja dicapai tanpa adanya perubahan pemikiran, perubahan pengetahuan. Untuk itulah perlu ditingkatkan pengetahuan dari kita, khususnya saja karena pendampingan dari KOPITU dan juga dari provinsi setempat dan juga mungkin dari MUI untuk mendampingi bagaimana sebuah UMKM itu dapat mempunyai kualitas tertentu supaya mempunyai tingkat competitiveness, sustainable, dan juga ada traceability yang mumpuni untuk di tingkat nasional, regional, dan juga internasional, termasuk memasuki ke pasar Jepang. Yang ketiga, kita lihat bahwa dari pasar Jepang tadi, dari penjelasan dari dari Bapak Hashimoto, bahwa Jepang mempunyai opportunities dan challenges yang memberi kesempatan kepada kita dari Indonesia, khususnya melalui hasil konkret dari webinar ini, untuk bisa dipraktekkan bagaimana untuk masuk ke Jepang, baik itu berupa food, makanan olahan ataupun makanan tropical fruit ataupun vegetable sayur-sayuran dan yang lain-lain. Yang terpenting adalah mempunyai satu reputation, branding, dan juga mempunyai quality yang bagus. Bapak Ibu, yang sebelum saya mengakhiri, yang keempat adalah bagaimana kita membuat konkret acara pada hari ini, sore ini. Kita harapkan nanti dengan KOPITU, dengan program Pak Tani bersama Ditjen Tanaman Pangan Kementan, dan juga bersama dengan MUI dan juga dengan NTB, dan juga Mr. Hashimoto, kita akan membuat satu tindak lanjut program ini untuk bisa diwujudkan ke depan. Thank you so much, Mr. Hashimoto, for your being with us this afternoon for joining with this seminar. Hopefully, we can meet again in the future, and we do hope in the near future we will have also a close discussion among all the speakers, and also especially from KOPITU and also Ministry of Agriculture. Terima kasih, dan dengan demikian mohon maaf apabila ada hal-hal yang
izin Pak Artanto boleh sebelum
ya,
nanti ditutup mohon doa dari Pak Yai.
Oh, alhamdulillah ya. Jadi sebelum kita akhiri, kita akan mendengarkan doa dari Pak Narujaman. Insya Allah Pak, pertemuan pada hari ini adalah yang pertama adalah berkah dan mendapatkan ridho dari Allah. Silakan Bapak Yai. Tafadhol.
Terima kasih Bapak Antato yang dimuliakan. Pada sore ini kita berharap ada sinergi setelah kita melakukan silaturahmi, lalu kemudian membangun kolaborasi untuk kebaikan bersama. Dari Majelis Ulama Indonesia, KOPITU, dan para UMKM semua yang hadir, kita mari bersama-sama berdoa untuk kemudian mendapatkan keberkahan. Al-Fatihah. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin arrahmanir rahim maliki yaumiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Allahumma ya Allah ya arhamar rahimin. Ultuf bina fi taysir kulli asir. Wa inna taysir kulli asir 'alaika yasir. Wa nas'aluka al-yusra wal mu'afatan fid dunya wal akhirah. Ya Allah, Zat yang memudahkan segala urusan, mudahkanlah dan berkahilah mereka orang-orang yang berkumpul dan ingin bermanfaat untuk orang lain di sekitarnya. Mudahkanlah ya Allah ya Arhamar Rahim. Mudahkanlah kami membantu orang lain ya Arhamar Rahim. Mudahkanlah ya Dzul Jalali wal Ikram. Kami membantu bangsa ini ya Allah ya Arhamar Rahim. Dan persaudaraan atas sesama kebaikan kemanusiaan ya Allah ya Arhamar Rahim. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adzabannar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammadin nabiyil ummi wa ala alihi wasallam. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Terima kasih Pak Kiai. Baiklah Bapak Ibu, panitia dan juga narasumber beserta peserta semuanya, dengan mengucapkan syukur alhamdulillah kita akhiri webinar pada sore hari ini. Insya Allah sebagaimana yang disampaikan oleh Pak Kiai tadi, membawa berkah ke depan sebagai persaudaraan, silaturahmi, dan membawa tali kasih sejahtera bersama. Dengan demikian webinar pada sore hari ini saya tutup dengan resmi. Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Amin amin ya rabbal alamin.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
Mr. Takashimoto, arigatou gozaimasu.
Terima kasih.
Ya, terima kasih. Selanjutnya, pemberian simboli sertifikat dari Kementrian Pertanian untuk narasumber kepada admin mohon dipersilakan. Pemberian sertifikat atas nama Ibu Nuryanti SEME sebagai narasumber hari ini. Selanjutnya, sertifikat atas nama Insinyur Haji Nur Zaman sebagai narasumber pada siang hari ini.
Terima kasih.
Selanjutnya, sertifikat atas nama Bapak Takahashimoto sebagai narasumber pada siang hari ini. Sertifikat atas nama Profesor Dr. Insinyur Muhammad Nugroho sebagai moderator pada siang hari ini. Ya, terima kasih. Alhamdulillah kita telah sampai pada penghujung acara siang hari ini. Saya selaku pembawa acara mengucapkan terima kasih pada narasumber yang sudah membagikan ilmunya, dan terima kasih kepada Bapak Ibu peserta webinar online Peluang Ekspor Produk Olahan Pangan Melalui Kawasan Industri Halal yang telah mengikuti acara siang hari ini. Saya yakin acara webinar siang hari ini memberikan banyak manfaat bagi kita semua. Mohon maaf jika ada hal-hal yang kurang berkenan. Saya selaku pembawa acara pamit undur diri. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih Pak Gai. Sampai jumpa lagi. Ya.
Konsumsi pangan lokal. Ketiga.
Pamit, Artanto. Pamit.
Apa itu Pak Gai? Assalamualaikum.
Republik Indonesia Jaya maju terus.